Okay, so when was the house built?
I think that was 2000.
Mm-hmm.
The house, and 2001 the conference pavilion, and I think, just a moment, I would have to, where can I find the, it's important to know the exact date, yeah.
It's fine if you don't, I could probably research it later.
There are 3 houses which had been built in the same time. It was 99 was, I think, his first one, which blew away in the storm of 99, 2000.
Okay.
There was a horrible storm, and it was a kind of little pagode, but very small, in the garden, in the old garden behind the large wall.
Okay.
And then in 2000, I think we did first the house, then the conference pavilion, the stretched one. But we did in 2001, as far as I remember, also the lake pavilion. And it was the same, the lake pavilion was exactly in the same year like the Shigeru Ban. I just will look.
Sure.
What we mentioned here on our thing, because I know that there was a competition between Shigeru Ban and Simon Velez.
Oh, was it?
When Simon saw the pavilion of Shigeru Ban, and Shigeru Ban was here. There is a picture where you see Shigeru Ban and Simon Velez,
yeah,
and Elie Mouyal from Morocco. And I think that was 2001. Just a moment, let me see what we are writing here. Here the lake pavilion was 2001, and what do we write with Shigeru Ban? Where's the Shigeru Ban? Oh, there. Shigeru Ban pavilion. It was also 2001, yes. So the lake one is surely 2001. The house must have been 2000.
Okay.
99 or 2000, yeah.
So how much did the house cost to build in the end? Approximately?
We had to, for the first house, we had to receive the container of bamboo from Colombia, because we didn't know where to get these huge dimensioned tubes of bamboo. Yeah. So Simon wanted to organize it. But then they shipped the container here, and when the French custom saw the container from Colombia and being addressed to us, where so many students are, they thought it might be strange.
Yeah.
And they drilled in all the different parts of the bamboo. And I think we had to order a new container.
Oh, really?
So it was delayed, but I think the next year the boat forgot to take our container. So there was always problems in getting the container. But after this first experience with the French custom, we asked the Centre Pompidou, which is a partner of our activity, to make sure that someone from the embassy is going to the site where they where they harvest the bamboo, and that they seal at the site the container of bamboo, so there is no problem to receive them here, and the customer would allow it. That's happened for the second shipment. and for the following shipment, it was not a problem anymore. But the cost is very difficult to define. Because of this delay, we paid quite a lot of, I think, like 30,000 or 20,000 only for the delivery of the container, because as the first one was not usable for us, we had to order something. It was transported by air in order to be in time for the workshop here. So we spent a lot of money for it. We count approximately for the entire pavilion 120,000 euros. But
Is that just for the house, or was it for the conference room as well?
for the house, no, I think for the house.
Yeah.
But it has nothing to do with the original project Simon is realizing in Colombia. Because in Colombia there is no insulation, there is no foundation in the same way like we do it. So all these different costs which occurred here don't occur in Colombia. In Colombia, it's just the structure.
Yeah.
And they have perhaps small foundations just where it touches the ground.
Yeah.
And then they put the chicken wire on the bamboo construction, 2 or 3 centimeters, perhaps even a little bit more, on each side, from the inside, from the outside, and paint it. And then there is no insulation on the roof. The roof is just the corrugated metal sheets screwed to the bamboo structure. That's it. And that, as far as he told me, is $5,000.
Yeah.
In Colombia, and it is serving 2 families. The difference is that the entrance is from the outside back for the first floor. And here, as we are situated at a hillside, we thought it's nicer to go up the hill and with a bridge to enter the house. But of course, this is much more expensive and all these things. But we wanted to show the structure so that everyone can see from the outside and from the inside the precise structure of the building. But our walls are very well insulated, plus an extra skin of wooden skin with, I think it's Douglas, how you call them, the tree. Douglas pine. It's pine wood.
Pine wood, okay, yeah.
Pine wood, yes. So I think it's a good quality of pine wood. And then a really thick part of insulation on the roof as well.
Yeah.
And then we put on the roof shingle again. I didn't like the idea of putting corrugated metal sheets because it looks cheap. It's devaluating the beauty of the building or this attractive material. And to end up with corrugated metal sheets, which do a lot of noise if the rain is dropping on it. So, of course, you can't compare it. We put insulated windows, good windows in there, and doors. All this is not the case in the model he is using for Colombia. There's just very simple, the most simple windows and doors, no glass on the doors for the windows, for the entrance door, and so on. So it's really simple.
How was the build? Like, was it like when you?
How long?
How was it? How long and how was the build? Was it?
So the major structure was done, I think, in 14 days, in 2 weeks instead of 1 week. And we had a group of 24 students, plus Simon and I think one or two of his craft people he's always using.
Yeah.
They know how to do the fish maul connections.
Yeah.
Yes, because they are really very helpful and give a stronger, solid structure. So to do this with student, it takes them a day, and the Colombians, they do it in 15 minutes or something.
Yeah.
So it's a big difference. But the additional work, so they did in these 2 weeks adjust the structure without and the structure for the roof, but without the cover of the roof, without any kind of insulation or something. There was nothing on the walls. And then we worked with carpenters who finished their education or their apprenticeship after 3 years. They came and they did the outside with the insulation, and then we had another person doing the roof, the shingle roof. Underneath the roof there was tar paper on it, first the insulation, then the tar paper, and then I think another kind of wood construction to receive the shingles. So it was a cost of a simple wooden house, quite expensive. But our goal was to show the structure, that this can be seen, and to experience how it works. The problems we did not know in the beginning, that you have to care for all those pieces of the bamboo which are exposed to the sunlight. Bamboo doesn't like these strong sunlight, so you put varnish on it, and you have to redo it every second or third year. It depends how strong the sunlight is. And then you have to take off, to sand off the old one and to do a real.
So is that all the maintenance work done over like last 16 years? Was there any other?
We did like 3 times or 4 times, I don't know exactly. You can count maximum to all the 4 years you have to do it, because then it looks ugly like now. We waited, I think, 3 or 4 years. Better it is to do it every second or third year.
How long do you think, in your opinion, how long do you think this building will last in this climate? What do you think? Not sure.
No, I think it. Why shouldn't it stay for another 50 years?
Yeah.
You see, if all the storms we had in the meanwhile didn't do any harm to the building.
Yeah.
But they are well protected because the hill is going down, so the wind is going over the houses. We don't have any problems with the three. There's also the Markus Heinsdorf Pavilion.
Yeah.
And we had really strong storms in the meanwhile. Nothing happened to the buildings. No. I think it's the shape of the Markus Heinsdorf building, and the other ones are really solid.
With the Markus Heinsdorf building, how was that like to build? Because there's a lot more.
It was much more difficult, and I saw them first in China, and then I sent engineers or carpenters we used in the Visual Design Museum for mounting our structure in the museum or outside structures we needed for exhibitions. So I sent one of them to China to see the mounting and the dismantling of this building. And so it was done here. The last time they put a new skin, polycarbonate, on the wall, it was not done like it should have been. So I hope the next time I find experts who are capable to do it. The roof is not so much a problem. It proved to be really well thought of because in the summer, if it's getting hot here, as it is opened just under the ground, it's on the side of the floor. It's opened, so air is pulling in, and under the roof there is like 5 or 10 centimeters space, so the air can go out. It gets warm in the inside, and then it can go. So it never gets extremely warm. You can use it in the summer period very well. And the floor is made out of bamboo, but of course it was a more high-tech building, not only regarding the joints, but the floor. The structure of the floor underneath is a metal structure to have a kind of elastic, a little bit flexible floor, so we can use it for ballet and different operations.
When was the building?
I think it was done in 2009. I don't know. Just remember that. 2000. Here is 2007. It was used in China, but it came here, I think, in 2008 or 9. When was the Japanese house? The Japanese house was here in 2008. No, so it was 2009.
Yeah. And maintenance-wise with his pavilion, has it been sound? Is it quite similar to the Simon Veller's house?
Yes, there are less exposure of the bamboo tubes, I think. We didn't have this problem so much, but the moving of the roof, you have to readjust the tension in the roof construction. Sometimes you have to tie up more these cables, the iron or metal cables, and those kind of things. But otherwise, no, it works very well. Yeah.
Okay.
The maintenance probably, as there's no humidity getting on the bamboo of the Markus Heinsdorf pavilion, we don't have the problem of the rain. But I think on the side where the sun is coming, it's the same. And the sun is also burning the polycarbonate.
Oh yeah.
Or not, it becomes milky, and that's not very nice.
Yeah.
But the Simon Velez, now we have to probably redo in the next 2 years the shingles.
Okay.
Because you see the roofs are round about this, how you call these? Slope.
Yeah.
The slope?
Yeah, gradient, yeah, slope.
Yeah. Is not strong enough. If you use shingles, you should have a slope like this.
Yeah.
So that water really doesn't stay on it, immediately runs down. Here, water will remain in the wood, penetrate in the wood, and if it's getting colder, it's very bad. You have moss; these green plants are produced on the roof, so it looks beautiful, the shingles. But it's not after 10 or 15 years you have to redo it, which is quite expensive.
Okay, thank you. That's perfect. Cheers.
Okay.